Ladies and gentlemen, the 5-1 Buffalo Bills return from their bye week to take on the 3-4 Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football. This game once looked like a potentially even match, but both teams appear to be heading in different directions at the moment. But before I get to the preview, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And now, let's get on with the preview. Let's start things off by talking about the disappointing and very bad Packers offense led by Aaron Rodgers. This unit is 15th in total offense, 16th in the pass, and 13th in the run. All of these numbers should tell us that the Packers offense is very mediocre this season, and last week against the Commanders, they were. Aaron Rodgers went 23 for 35 for 194 yards and threw for 2 touchdowns. But he was poor all day long, looking uninspired and flat out tired. The Packers made the game much closer with a garbage time touchdown, and outside of that stat padding, Rodgers looked terrible. Running back Aaron Jones also played bad, rushing for just 23 yards on 8 carries, and A.J. Dillon was also bad, having just 15 yards on his 4 carries. In terms of receiving, Rodgers has had little help this season. Allen Lazard is his best option, and against Washington he had 6 catches for 55 yards. Former Buffalo Bills Sammy Watkins was brought in, and he had 2 catches for 36 yards, and tight end Robert Tonyan plus Romeo Doubs, though a rookie wide receiver, also featuring the offense, but not well enough. This offense has been the main reason the Packers are on a 3-game losing streak, and that probably won't change against the Buffalo Bills defense. This Bills defense was so clutch 2 weeks ago against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Rookie cornerback Khair Elam picked Mahomes off in the red zone, and Taron Johnson had yet another key game-saving interception, this time sealing the game late in the fourth quarter. Von Miller played up to his billing, having 2 key sacks against Mahomes in the fourth quarter, and overall, this defense was fantastic. They slowed the Chiefs down, kept everything in front of them, kept everything out of their end zone, and bent but did not break. A typical masterclass by defensive coordinator Leslie Frazier, who somehow still doesn't have a head coaching job. Now this week, this unit will likely be healthier than ever with Jordan Poyer, Jordan Phillips, Ed Oliver, and now maybe even Tre'Davious White all being involved in some way. Tre'Davious White especially is a huge addition to the Bills, and he'll likely be playing his first game either this week or next week, and this will be his first since Thanksgiving of last year. He'll be rotating in with Dane Jackson, the aforementioned Khair Elam, and maybe even Christian Benford, who suffered a broken hand back in Week 3. With this defense getting healthier, they'll likely be better, if that's even imaginable. It'll be an interesting game for the Bills defense, and it'll also be interesting for the Bills offense. Josh Allen and company didn't play their cleanest game in Week 6, with Isaiah McKenzie being at the center of most problems that day. He'll look to rebound, but looking to keep things going is, of course, Josh Allen. He threw for 329 yards and 3 touchdown passes, including a big fourth-quarter touchdown to tight end Dawson Knox. It was an emotional moment for him, and hopefully Knox can build off of that catch. A nice surprise in that game was running back Devin Singletary, who had 15 carries for 85 yards. A good game that may silence his critics a little bit. And I can't go into this any further without mentioning wide receiver Stephon Diggs and his greatness. Man, him and Allen are just fantastic together, and he had 10 catches for another 148 yards 2 weeks ago. Gabe Davis was also excellent for the Bills, having 74 yards and another crucial touchdown catch against the Chiefs. With Diggs, Davis, Singletary, Knox, Khalil Shakir, McKenzie, and even fullback Reggie Gilliam, this offense is scary and incredibly deep. What's not deep? The Packers defense, who has lost in critical moments to the Giants, Commanders, and Jets in 3 straight weeks, all of them being winnable games. They've been fine, but this unit has done nothing to steal the game for the Packers. Now, I'll give them credit. They did have a pick 6 on Taylor Heineke last week. Unfortunately for them, though, the Packers offense did nothing to help them out because the defense certainly did theirs, kind of. Anyways, some of the main guys for this unit are in the secondary, with Jair Alexander, Adrian Amos, and Eric Stokes being a couple of really big playmakers for them. In front of them in the linebacker core is Rashawn Gary and Preston Smith, and up front, the Packers don't really have any big names. It's a group effort, with them being Dean Lowry, Kenny Clark, and Jerron Reed. All of these guys will have to be phenomenal to help the Packers pull off what would be an incredible upset over the Buffalo Bills. So, after all of that, here's what our BSC panel is predicting for this strange Week 8 primetime game.
into the wind. Thigpen comes up the 25 to take it. Thigpen's got a hole. Thigpen down the sideline. Thigpen cuts it back to the end zone. Touchdown!